Hey guys, welcome to Coma Pirate Radio, where we as esoteric pirates slide our boats together, throw those ropes, tie the knots. The notes, throw the notes as well, tie the knots, and talk about the maps. So today we're going to be talking about Saturn at the solar party paradigm. Deep dive into Saturn. Hold on. Saturn is an interesting party planner. Okay. So let's get to know Saturn. There's a lot of shit that you can find out studying Saturn esoterically, scientifically, like look at the planet, the rings. There's a lot. There's a lot. The solar party paradigm is it combines all of these things. It's code. It zips it up into a folder so that you can feel it from here to here, right? And so let's start painting this picture of Saturn, the party planner, all right? This is a planet that at the solar party paradigm, she's the caterer, okay? She is the one who has everything in order. She's got all the hors d'oeuvres situated. She's color-coded everything. And I say she, at the solar party paradigm, all of the avatars are gender fluid and totally identify with whatever they want to identify when they come to you. Saturn particularly comes to me as feminine. And at the moment, she's in Pisces, so she's a little bit more feminine. She definitely says when she comes back, it will be feminine. She used to be masculine. That was, maybe that's not the best way for Saturn to go. I mean, that time is over. It's a new age. It's a new time, right? We're going to do things differently. The party is going to be different. Let's feel this character now. This character is able to design the party. Okay. With iPad in her hand and the tip of the pen in her mouth with her little glasses. She's got all the notebooks. She's got all of it color-coded. She has like her planner, her astrology planner. She has everything under control. Except when she doesn't. And the dog barks, and you're like, man, I need one of those little microphones that like pull out all of the background noise, and I need this, and this isn't right, and that isn't right, and this isn't right. Hypersensitive party planner. Oh my God, the hors d'oeuvres. That's not how it was supposed to go. That's not how it was supposed to go. What have you done? What have you done? No. Alien. At the party, let's start visualizing her in scales and fins. And she's super sensitive, and she breathes underwater. She's got gills. You know how weird it is to see like animals with gills on land, they really have a hard time, right? She's selfless, introspective, compassionate, introverted. Let's tap into that introvertedness. I do things better alone. I do things better alone sometimes. But the fish, there's two fish in the constellation. It's not just one. It's the yin and the yang, right? They swim in a circle. Okay. They have each other. They create the boundaries. They hold the boundaries. They say, I work better like this. I will come back when it's time. Okay. She is drawing sigils and speaking in light language. She might be misunderstood. I mean, boundaries. This is my boundary, but wait, what? Depending on what side of the wall that you're on, the boundaries can feel, if you're on the inside, the boundaries can feel safe and secure and beautiful. But then when you're on the outside and you want to come in, they can be like firewalls. Like, you firewall me. Why? And you're like banging on the doors, like, let me in, let me in. I mean, frozen. What happens with Pisces when Pisces gets frozen? The fish, some fish are great in frozen water, and some fish will die with just 1 degree change in their, tanks. Or are they ocean fish? Oh, that's a big difference. What does it feel like to you, this party planner? Is it an elegant, beautiful $10,000 aquarium? Is it a Walmart aquarium? Or, is it a wild fishery? Or is it a wild place? Holding boundaries, all right? She definitely wants to do things differently because the world is changing. And 5 needs change. Change is a universal law. We all understand now, or most of us understand now, that the resources that we have on this planet we might just want to look at it and think about it. The wild places on this planet, maybe we want to look at like the planet as a whole, like zoom out, look at what's going on to the planet as a whole, and maybe start thinking about these boundaries and holding boundaries in a different way, and give the wild spaces 50%. Yeah, balance, 50%, not 10%, not 2%, 50%. So moving along, she's got some relationships, right? She's got going on. She is in sextile. Yes, it definitely is sexy. All right, I'll read the card for you. These guys need to get a room. You can feel the attraction between them, looking at each other with longing, sensual eyes. Together they practice Tantra. Through this orgasm, they get closer to God. All right. Now, this is talking metaphysically and physically, as above, so below, with the other and with the self. Okay, it's all at the same time. The arrows point everywhere. All right, actually, yes. They point in all directions. All right. So this is an energy that can create something, i.e., sex creates babies. Energy that has a holding and a feminine and a negative energy, an energy that has a pushing and a forcing and a kinetic energy, a positive energy, can come together, the positive and the negative, not negative in a bad way. Don't take me negatively. So says a female Saturn. Well, there's the masculine. There's the masculine. All right. There's the feminine in the Pisces, and there's the masculine. Dun, dun, dun. And in Capricorn, let's remember that this guy is in Capricorn. So he's a horny goat. He's a horny goat getting it on with an alien party planner. Like the nerdy girl. Like that's, do you feel that? Is it just me? Because, I mean, feels good. Like, I like that movie. I want to keep my eyes on that. I want to keep my eyes on that. As above, so below. In the center of mystic arts is always within you. The center of the solar system is who the party is for. The birthday kid. Happy birthday. You're here on this planet. Okay, so what's the other relationship? We're going to pull some cards for these guys too. So they can talk, cosmic dialogue. Square. Now this is a very different feeling. All right. This square, these guys are old friends. They're always getting each other in trouble. You know, the friend that you're just is like every time you hang out with them, you get in trouble. It's like, oh, there's a lot of tension and frustration between them. They need a little therapy to harmonize. And when they do, they can build a strong foundation. Now, I talk about because a lot of people with astrology, you hear, oh, this is a negative, right? This is a tension and a bad feeling. It doesn't have to be, all right? Everything is fluid here. The positive and the negative, the gender fluid, the good and the bad. So with a square, it's negative if you're trying to use it as a wheel. And then you're going to get fucking frustrated. Like, how come I'm not getting anywhere? Well, you're using a square, all right? But if you use the square as bricks, you can build a castle, a tower. You build a tower. Like, that's good. I mean, sometimes depends on what you want to put up there in the tower, what you want to do in it. Okay, let's start painting this picture. This is a frustrating old friendship. Let's feel that. He calls you in the middle of the night and you're like, you look at the phone and you see that it's them and you're like, there's that's tension and you want to answer the phone, but you don't. Or you do. Sometimes you do. Yes, sometimes you do. Let's look at that. And you support your friend that might have a hard time, And you're like, I'm here. I'm building this strong foundation for us. Let's do this together. Well, who's this with? I mean, we're talking about Saturn. So we're talking about the Pisces Saturn has this square relationship with Jupiter, the boss. Now, Jupiter's in Gemini. There's two bosses right now. The boss, the owner of the venue, the tower, like the owner of the tower, the owner of the squares. They're paying for everything. They're the godfather, the grandfather. Lawful, hopeful, wise, moral, harmonious, stable, abundant, fire. So let's look at both things. Frustration with, well, I mean, Saturn is super hypersensitive right now and very, very focused on the birthday kid. So like, and we feel it from both sides. We feel it from Saturn. Why would Saturn be feeling this feeling with the boss? Well, I mean, she just wants to get it on with the birthday kid. She wants it to look good, but only it's boundaries. There's so many boundaries. Maybe Jupiter feels like he's on the outside, the boss. He's like, dude, I own the venue. Why are you getting it on over there by yourself, like in my venue? You know, that feeling of like maybe being left out a little bit, like, but I paid for it. Like, why are you excluding me? Why am I on the outside of the gates when I own the place, right? Oh, Jupiter. And there's two in Gemini. They're just standing outside the gate screaming at each other. Wait, who owns the venue? Who has the money? Where is this abundance? Are we not all being like, dude, where the frack are you right now? We need abundance. We're all doing the money magic. We're all doing the abundancy spells. You know, and the ones with the money are all sitting on their high horses, you know? What are you doing what are you doing with your money? Sacrificial love. Saturn, what are you doing with your boundaries? What are you doing? She is very sensitive. Water. Hyper sensitive. Jupiter, what are you doing? 444. I mean, I didn't see it there, but I just called it out anyway. Do you ever wonder if no, I can always tell, like when they call out the numbers. But the 4 into the 5. The 4 into the 5, you know, like let's stabilize this relationship. Let's do that with our magic, right? I mean, who has the money? That can be off-putting to somebody with money. Like, wait, what? Everybody, whoa, 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 whoa. All of a sudden, everybody wants your money, you know? It's like, damn. I feel you, Jupiter. I feel you. I do. But we got this beautiful Pisces Saturn, and we've got this magical ability to experience it in the solar party paradigm and feel it and see how it works in our lives and see ourselves on all the aspects, because the center is always within us. Okay. And it's an amazing game to play, this life. It is getting, it's like, you know, it's like the number 9. It's like, I know humans have been talking about the end of time forever. Like, I know, I get it. And I get that some people are just like, they just stopped even thinking that there's even a cycle, that this is actually just going to be like this forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And then most of us right now are understanding that it's not going to be like this forever, that things are changing drastically and rapidly. And maybe we should start talking about it, forming communities. And yeah, but it's like, what are these communities doing? Like, I mean, yeah, we all want to have fun. We all want to party, but let's look at Chiron as well, who has the mirror, or no, the mirror moves really fast. The bathroom mirror in the solar party paradigm, the moon changes. We're all spinning. Everybody changes positions and everybody changes their relationships. And this astrology and solar party paradigm specifically enables us to feel what is going on multidimensionally. So let's pull some cards and talk to these guys. I'm going to pull. I know. I don't have all of the super cool YouTube videos, and and I've watched all the videos about how to use your phone and make it look professional. And my Saturn, as far as my content, well, my Saturn in my chart is Leo. She's a lion on stage in the 10th house, and she just shine. So, but that also means I don't want to look bad. Oh my God, jeez. But she's daring. Like, I want to do things differently. What does this look like? I also want to be very comfortable. And doing too much prep work takes away. Anyway, staying focused. I'm just saying that my content is my content. And what I have going on here is, it works. So anyway, and I'm a traveler. I move a lot, very rapidly. And I can't carry a lot of stuff. I don't have the same background every single video. I don't have the setup where it's like it doesn't move, so you just sit down and press record. The house, the home. I will be going back to Costa Rica, and I will have another temple space for Center of Mystic Arts when it's time. So Saturn, Pisces, Saturn, what do you want to say? Oh, fiery. The Jack of Wands, the fire spinner. The passionate, young, masculine. Which, of course, she's got her eyes on him, right? The party planner knows that the masculine energy, the kinetic energy, doesn't matter if you're physically a guy or a girl, or it's better to be fluid. It really is better to have both balanced, whatever you have in your pants. But she is looking at him to build the castle, because he has the muscles. How could you say that? I've got muscles. I'm a girl. Metaphysically, okay? We're talking about, it's the masculine energy, the kinetic energy that is able to, with fire, push into and forge and alchemize and heat something up to the point of turning like lead into gold and gold into plasma. All right. So what does the sun want to say? Because the sun is in sextile with the sun, and we'll do the birthday kid is the unicorn. The unicorn deck. All right. All right, birthday kids. Center of the solar system. Without you, the party wouldn't be here. All right? Nothing would be here. When the sun goes out, we ain't gonna be here no more. Ain't gonna be a party. All right? So, what do you want to say? Okay. Yeah. Why don't we harness that fire, that passion? Harness it in the ace, the power of. Let me be your ace. Pour your energy into the sun, says the party planner. With all your heart, with all your soul. Saturn. You got this. The party's amazing. This party is amazing. And well, I mean, really? I mean, I get that. I feel it. I know. This party can suck sometimes. It's like, God, jeez, help me. Help me. This sucks. I don't want to be at this party no more. I feel that. I feel that. Screw this party. But like let's think about Saturn and the resources, and let's build a wall. I mean, let's think about walls differently. Let's think about boundaries differently. Let's not think about them as borders that are, controlled by armed guards and governments. Why don't we think about borders like, this is my river and you will not build a bridge over it? How about demanding equal rights for all of the wild spaces? For the planet. Because, there's some planetary shit going on right now. And it used to be, says Saturn, that women didn't have equal rights. And it was one voice. They didn't even have social media back then. And they were able to get equal rights for women. Well, what about equal rights for wild spaces? And I'm not talking about government-funded parks. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yes, it protects a wild space. It does. I'm not doubting that. But it's not truly wild because it's governed. I'm talking about wildness. That people can live there too. Like, can I go out into Yellowstone and pitch a tent and live at one with nature as long as I'm living at one with nature? That should be a thing. Wild places have dangers. And just like when people hike up the Himalayas and a lot of people die, Saturn, wild places are dangerous. And 50% of the world could be very, very dangerous. Like, there's a lot of wild animals that can kill humans. Ah! You might get eaten by a bear. Oh, muy peligroso, muy peligroso. Lagartos allá. Ay, ay, ay. For real. Dude, I'm able to take care of myself, okay? I got this. You got this. It's going to be a different world. But, you know, I mean, if the planet's gonna keep going and not turn into Mars, go figure, Mars, the fire, you know, I mean, that's the thing with the fire and the global warming. Like we could really look into how the planet's heating up, and, like, you know, really pay attention to um very intelligent scientists and biologists of the world, and see that this fire, if we don't get it under control, things are gonna get kind of crazy around here. All right. Okay, so boss, the owner of the venue, let me, oh gosh, let me talk to the boss. Who do I wanna? I'll use this card. I'll use this deck. The unicorn, the boss. We have Gemini boss right now. We have two bosses. I definitely want to look at why. Let's see what you have to say. To the party planner, because I mean, you know, we got to plan the party somehow. We got to talk about it. We got to figure it out. The Queen of Diamonds, Earth, the Empress, maybe the planet as our mother, abuela Saturn, becomes abuela. Or wait, is she the Empress, which is, you know, kind of hot and sexy? Ooh, the sexy grandma, the dangerous old woman that, you know, is attractive. Like the Queen. She's kind of intimidating. She can be cold, but she can be really warm. And she's beautiful. Oh gosh. Witnessing what I did in Costa Rica, and I will be returning to Costa Rica. I love the country, but seeing a place that was wild, and then the road. See, the wild places, it's very, very, very easy to protect wild places. You just don't pave the roads. Without the pavement, the place and the people are still wild, because there's not that many cops and stuff, right? Like it's just a whole different world. If you've ever lived in a place where it's just dirt roads for miles and miles and miles and miles and miles, you understand. The pavement is what brings in 3333. The people and the society and the just the concrete, the cops and the government and the laws. And they, once the roads get paved and the people come with their cars, they need parking lots, they need shopping malls, they need a lot of electricity to run their big houses, they want yoga resorts, they want big places. They're cutting down a lot of trees. I'm not saying all of them, and you know, bless everybody, but you know, the truth of the matter is the truth of the matter. I saw acres and acres and acres of rainforest that were wild spaces for, you know, homes of monkeys and birds and all kinds of diversity be cut down for, you know, Maxi Pally, Rinde Mas, you know, all the yoga resorts, and the hotels coming onto the beaches. The beaches used to be free, and then, you know, the lifeguards and the oh my god, the power lines. You got to cut down so much for just power lines. And you know, in the jungle, like sometimes there's just one line on a dirt road, and sometimes it's like laying on the ground and stuff. It's muy peligroso. It's hard to get around, you know, people. Anyway, we're talking about Saturn's relationship with the boss and who owns the venue. And understanding that there's got to be this, moving forward, there has to be a change in consciousness about how we see this planet and how we live on this planet. And that can be daunting only because there's some things that are really going to hurt. And it's going to be personal. Saturn returning could be very personal. And 50% of wild spaces means there's not going to be as much space for the city dwellers, but there's still going to be cities. I mean, 50% cities. And what has to happen is the borders can't be guarded. The wild beings that know how to live in the wild, that want to risk their lives to live in the wild, that are nomadic, that live out of teepees, that, you know, or tents. We'll still have all of our cool like tent stuff and gears and stuff like that. And I mean, shit, you know, maybe even motorcycles and stuff. Like, I mean, I can paint the picture. I've seen it. They showed me. I ain't lying. It's beautiful. I love it. I love the idea. I think it's so awesome. So awesome. And I'm super excited for the future. How could you? Oh my God, the boundaries. It's the boundaries. We got to be able to cross the boundaries. So says Moana. Make way. All right, guys. That was fun. I enjoy the party. Check it out on centermysticarts.com. The website is still under construction. I've had a lot of help with the website. It's come a long way. I really, really appreciate all the help that I've had with the website. But it's still in progress. But if you go to the Mystic Market, it's on point. It's got all of my links. And you can buy the Solar Party Paradigm cards, which I created. It took me a long time. I mean, they showed it to me really easy, like knowing it and working with it and being with them and getting to know them. I mean, I wouldn't call it easy. There was a lot of friggin' sacrifices. It was a lot. I wrote it all down. Yes, I'm a writer. I've published a lot of it. Not all of it. But I have a lot written down. I have it all written down. And I mean, we'll see. We'll see. But I know that I have enjoyed working with the Solar Party Paradigm, and I think you will too. So, whether you're traveling physically or mentally, may it be in love and light and shadow. Don't forget your magic bag. Okay, what do we have in the magic bag? Well, you have hojas, lube, soap to get you through the tight spots, oil, massage, you can think of that. We have wax because sometimes you really need to hold on to the rope. So says fisherman. And, you know, when you're putting up a big tent, sometimes you really need to pull that rope taut. And you need the wax to be able to hold on to it. You don't want to use lube to try and hold on to a rope. Slip right through your hands. The compass is important because you need to know the direction, and there's a lot of arrows pointing all over the damn place. So you really need to know where you're going. You need to be able to look at the stars. You need to be able to find the center. Um, the knife. The knife is really important to cut away the karma. And when you get attached to something and something like clings, you got to like, you need a knife. So says any cowboy. Especially when your horse gets wrapped up around. I mean, I've done that. Like I've cut a horse free that was wrapped up around its owner on a cross tie because the rope was too loose and the person was a little tipsy. And the horse moved and she didn't, and it was wild. It was wild, and I had to cut the rope. I have a lot of stories, but what else in the magic bag? There was a towel. It's always good to have in the magic bag. The elements. Anyway, have a beautiful day. Ciao.